Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone for developmental projects worth over 3,400 crore rupees in Uttarakhand. Home Minister Amit Shah says internal security scenario in the country has witnessed a positive change in the last few years. Home Minister calls for a cross-border cooperation to fight against terrorism, addresses concluding session of the Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi. Prime Minister to launch Rozgar Mela mega recruitment drive tomorrow to give 10 lakh jobs. ISRO plans to send Indian astronauts into space by 2024. And in FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, USA to face Nigeria and Germany to clash with Brazil in quarterfinals at DY Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi offered prayers at the Kedarnath and Badrinath Dhams in Uttarakhand. He also laid the foundation stone for projects worth more than 3,400 crore rupees for the development of the state. The projects unveiled by the Prime Minister include 2 new ropeway projects connecting Gaurikund to Kedarnath and Govind Ghat to Hemkund Sahib. The Prime Minister said he felt blessed and lucky to visit Kedarnath and Badrinath. Addressing a rally at Badrinath, he said the newly built ropeway will reduce the distance between Gaurikund to Kedarnath and will help the pilgrims. We now take you live to Badrinath where the Prime Minister is addressing a rally.
हमने हर पंचायत को ऑप्टिकल फाइबर से जोड़ने का अभियान चलाया, जिसकी वजह से उत्तराखंड के कोने-कोने में आज डिजिटल कनेक्टिविटी पहुंच रही। मैं आज देख रहा था इनके वे भी ऑनलाइन पैसे ले रहे थे, डिजिटल फिनटेक। मैं जरा हमारे पार्लियामेंट में कुछ बुद्धिमान लोग बैठते हैं, उनको बताना चाहता हूं कि मणा आई है, मणा। ये मेरे माणा में देखिए 8वीं कक्षा भरी हुई मेरी माँ बहनें डिजिटल पेमेंट ले रही है। पेटीएम ऐसा लिखा हुआ है, क्यूआर कोड लगाया है अपने माल के सामने। ये ताकत मेरे देश की मुझे माणा गांव के लोगों के पास देख करके और गर्व हो रहा है। हमने गांवों में हेल्थ और वेलनेस सेंटर खोलने का अभियान चलाया, जिसकी वजह से आज गांव के पास चिकित्सा की सुविधा पहुंच रही है। इन अभियानों का बहुत बड़ा लाभ हमारी माताओं, बहनों, बेटियों को हुआ है। एक संवेदनशील सरकार, गरीबों का दुख दर्द समझने वाली सरकार कैसे काम करती है, यह आज देश के हर कोने में लोग अनुभव कर रहे हैं। कोरोना के इस काल में जब वैक्सीन लगवाने की बारी आई, अगर पहले की सरकारें होती तो शायद अभी तक वैक्सीन यहां तक ना आता, लेकिन ये मोदी है। मैंने कहा कोरोना जाए उसकी ज्यादा तेजी से मुझे वैक्सीन पहाड़ों में ले जानी है, और मैं सरकार को बधाई देता हूं। मेरे उत्तराखंड और मेरे हिमाचल 2 प्रदेशों ने सबसे पहले वैक्सीनेशन का काम पूरा कर दिया भाई। इस वैश्विक महामारी में लोगों को भूखमरी का शिकार ना होना पड़े, बच्चों को कुपोषण का शिकार ना होना पड़े, इसके लिए हमने प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना शुरू की। इस योजना की वजह से उत्तराखंड के भी लाखों लोगों को मुफ्त अनाज मिला, और हमने पक्का किया किसी गरीब के घर में भी कोई दिन ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए जब घर में चूल्हा न जला हो, रोटी न पकी हो, कोई बच्चा भूखा सोया हो, वो दिन मैं देखना नहीं चाहता था। और हम
That was the Prime Minister addressing a public meeting at Mana village in Chamoli district of Uttarakhand. The Prime Minister will later review the progress of development works along Mandakini Asthapat and Saraswati Asthapat. Home Minister Amit Shah has said the country has witnessed a positive change in the internal security scenario in the last few years. He said earlier incidents of violence were on the rise in the northeast, Jammu and Kashmir and left-wing extremism affected areas. Mr. Shah added that such incidents have come down drastically in the last 8 years. Mr. Shah said this after paying tribute to the martyred soldiers at the National Police Memorial in Delhi on the occasion of Police Commemoration Day.
आजादी के 75 साल के बाद हम आज संतोष से इतना कह सकते हैं कि हम हमारे गंतव्य स्थान पर निश्चित रूप से दृढ़ इच्छा शक्ति के साथ और दृढ़ गति से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। मगर ये सारी उपलब्धियां जो देश प्राप्त कर रहा है, उसकी नींव में हमारे जवानों की सर्वोच्च बलिदान है। देश भर के पुलिस फोर्स और सीएपीएफ के 35,000 से ज्यादा जवानों ने देश की आंतरिक सुरक्षा और देश की सीमाओं को रक्षा करने के लिए अपना सर्वोच्च बलिदान दिया है। मैं आज कृतज्ञ राष्ट्र की ओर से वो सभी जवानों को विनम्र श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं।
The minister said under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, several measures have been undertaken to strengthen the internal security of the country. Mr. Shah said earlier in the Northeast, armed forces were given special powers. Now youth are given special powers for their progress.
देश की आंतरिक सुरक्षा में बहुत सकारात्मक बदलाव आया है। ये 8 साल में उत्तर पूर्व में कभी आर्म फोर्सेस को स्पेशल पावर दिया जाता था, वहाँ आज युवाओं को अपने उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए स्पेशल पावर दिया जाता है। जम्मू कश्मीर में भी पत्थरबाजी हुआ करती थी, आज वही युवा पंच सरपंच बनकर लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से जम्मू कश्मीर के विकास में लगे हैं। वामपंथी उग्रवाद प्रभावित क्षेत्रों में भी आज एकलव्य स्कूलों में राष्ट्रगान होता है और हर घर पर तिरंगा फहरता है। गृह विभाग ने ढेर सारे प्रोएक्टिव कदम उठाए हैं और उन कदमों को नीचे तक ले जाने का काम हमारे देश भर की पुलिस फोर्स और हमारे सीएपीएफ ने किया है।
Our correspondent reports the Police Commemoration Day is observed on the 21st of October every year to honor the loyalty and supreme sacrifice of police personnel for the nation. It was on this day in 1959 that 10 valiant Central Reserve Police Force personnel were martyred during patrol duty at the Indo-China border in an ambush laid by heavily armed Chinese troops. In the last 1 year, 264 police personnel were martyred, and so far 36,059 brave police personnel have laid down their lives for the country.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has called for a cross-border cooperation to fight cross-border terrorism, saying Interpol is essential for it. He stressed on the need for a global definition for terrorism and termed it as biggest violator of human rights. Mr. Shah said this while addressing the 90th session of the Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi today. The minister asked the Interpol to establish a real-time information action network against terrorism. He said India has always stood with anti-terrorism activities worldwide. Mr. Shah said the government has formed the Indian Cyber Forensic Center to keep a check on rising cyber crimes. He also emphasized on the need to think above conventional geographical crimes, adding that crime has now become borderless. Saying that India is one of the oldest members of Interpol, the minister added that such an organization is important for international cooperation. The government is rapidly expanding the coverage of Central Government Health Scheme CGHS. In a tweet, Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia said the cities covered by CGHS wellness centers have grown from 25 in 2014 to 77 now. The CGHS wellness centers are providing quality healthcare services to government employees, retired officials and other public servants with more facilities.
Ministry of Science and Technology is conducting a special campaign for disposal of pending matters, SCDPM 2.0. Under this campaign, Swachhata activities are being undertaken by the ministry along with several autonomous institutions and public sector units. The campaign is being conducted in 17 sites till the 31st of October. A lot of work has been done under this campaign, which includes 20,000 files that have been reviewed and identified for weeding so far. The Competition Commission of India, CCI, has imposed a penalty of over 1,337 crore rupees on Google for abusing its dominant position in multiple markets. The Commission has also directed Google to modify its conduct within a defined timeline. In its order, the CCI said Google has perpetuated its dominant position in the online search market, resulting in denial of market access for competing search apps. It said Google has leveraged its dominant position in the App Store market for Android operating system to protect its position in online general search.
The Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, has said that the 16th edition of Central Teacher Eligibility Test will be conducted in online mode between December this year to January next year. The exact date of examination will be mentioned on the admit cards of the candidates. In a press release, the CBSE stated that online application process will start from 31st of this month onwards, and the last date for submitting online application is 24th of next month. The aspiring candidates can apply online on the official website www.ctet.nic.in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch Rozgar Mela, the recruitment drive for 10 lakh personnel tomorrow. This will be a significant step forward towards fulfilling the continuous commitment of the Prime Minister to providing job opportunities for the youth and ensuring welfare of citizens. The drive will be launched through video conferencing. During the ceremony, appointment letters will be handed over to 75,000 newly inducted appointees in the first batch. The new recruits selected from across the country will join 38 ministries and departments of the central government. The appointees will join the government at Group A, B and C levels. These recruitments are being done in mission mode by ministries and departments either by themselves or through recruiting agencies including UPSC, SSC and Railway Recruitment Board.
The BJP has changed its candidate for Chamba Assembly seat in Himachal Pradesh. Neelam Nair will contest as the party candidate in place of Indira Kapoor. Earlier in the day, the BJP released its second list of 6 candidates for the assembly elections in the state. Meanwhile, the Congress has released the second list of 17 candidates for the ensuing Himachal Pradesh Assembly polls. The party has given ticket to Surinder Singh Kaku from Kangra Assembly constituency, while Harish Janardhan will fight from Shimla seat. Bambar Thakur will contest from Bilaspur Assembly seat. Earlier, the party had announced 46 candidates for the state assembly elections.
More than 219 crore 50 lakh vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive. The Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry said over 4,63,000 doses were administered in the last 24 hours. During the same period, 2,119 new COVID cases were reported in the country. The country's active caseload currently stands at over 25,000 and it is at 0.06%. The recovery rate is currently at 98.76%. A total of 2,582 people have recovered in the last 24 hours. A total of more than 89 crore 96 lakh COVID tests have been conducted in the country so far. In the last 24 hours, over 1,88,000 tests were conducted. Union government is working to enhance the ease of living of pensioners across the country. In this direction, several ministries together are developing a face authentication technology-based system. It will help in submission of digital life certificates by the pensioners and family pensioners from any Android-based smartphone. The Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions has said that under the facility, the identity of a person will be established through face authentication technique. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, along with the Department of Pension and Pensioners Portal and Unique Identification Authority of India, are developing this technology.
The first conference on Akash Tattva, Akash for Life, will be held from November the 5th to the 7th in Dehradun. The 3-day conference will showcase blending of traditional and modern knowledge through an extended integration of all schools of thought. Briefing the media about Akash Tattva, Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has since 2014 always called for the integration of science and technological development within society in a way that places science in a position to address the needs of the common citizen.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone for developmental works worth over 3,400 crore rupees in Uttarakhand. Home Minister Amit Shah says internal security scenario in the country has witnessed a positive change in the last few years. Home Minister calls for a cross-border cooperation to fight against terrorism, addresses concluding session of the Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi. Prime Minister to launch Rozgar Mela mega recruitment drive tomorrow to give 10 lakh jobs. ISRO plans to send India astronauts into space by 2024. And in FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, USA to face Nigeria and Germany to clash with Brazil in quarterfinals at D.Y. Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai this evening. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
I am India. Look at me. Know my name.
We're one of the most mega diverse countries on this planet.
Our weddings, our fashion statements, they're all inspired by our silver screen heroes and heroines.
A 75 years young India.
What we are really going to see India become is a powerhouse.
India 2.0.
The Journey of India from 14th October every Friday at 7 p.m. in Hindi and 10 p.m. in English on DD National.
जब जुड़े लोग से लोग वोट से वोट बने तब लोकतंत्र का सिस्टम जब जुड़े लोग से लोग वोट से वोट बने तब लोकतंत्र का सिस्टम मतदाता जोड़ते जाए बने तब ऐसा नया कनेक्शन मतदाता जुड़ते जाए बने तो ऐसा नया कनेक्शन मतदाता जंक्शन मतदाता जंक्शन मतदाता जंक्शन मतदाता जंक्शन.
Welcome back to the Midday News. Diwali is one of the biggest festivals in India. People across the country mark the festival in special ways by making rangolis, organizing Diwali parties, and preparing delicious dishes and sweets. However, air and noise pollution have been a cause of concern on this auspicious occasion. Bursting crackers is a major cause of pollution. In view of this, several measures have been announced to check air pollution in different parts of the country. In Delhi, storage, sale and use of all types of firecrackers have been banned till the 1st of January next year. Diye Jalao Patake Nahi campaign has been launched in the city to raise awareness among people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will take part in the Grand Deepotsav celebration in Ayodhya on the eve of Diwali festival on Sunday. This is the 6th Deepotsav in a row which is being organized by the Yogi government, and the Prime Minister is for the first time participating in this grand celebration. The Prime Minister will perform darshan and puja of Bhagwan Shri Ram Lalla Virajman, followed by inspection of Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra site. He will also perform the Rajyabhishek of symbolic Bhagwan Shri Ram. The Prime Minister will witness Aarti at New Ghat Saryu River, which will be followed by the Grand Deepotsav celebrations. More than 15 lakh diyas will be lit on the occasion. 5 animated tableaus and 11 Ram Leela tableaus with different dance forms from different states will also be put up during Deepotsav. The Prime Minister will also witness the 3D holographic projection mapping show at Ram Ki Paidi at the banks of River Saryu, along with a grand musical laser show.
Union Education Ministry will organize Kashi Tamil Sagamam, a month-long program from 16th of next month to rediscover the centuries-old bond of knowledge and ancient civilizational linkage between Varanasi and Tamil Nadu. Addressing media about this program in New Delhi, Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan informed that over 2,400 Tamil people in 12 groups from diverse sections of society, including academics, spiritualism, philosophy, trade and commerce, agriculture, entrepreneurship, arts and artisanship will visit Kashi for 8 days to get familiarized with the ancient knowledge shared by these two ancient cities. Mr. Pradhan said these people will come from Rameshwaram, Chennai and Coimbatore through train. He said seminars, discussions and lectures will be held during the program. On this occasion, Mr. Pradhan also launched a website from the registration process for this month-long event. Our correspondent reports that the program will be organized under the framework of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, envisaged by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. IIT Madras and Banaras Hindu University will be the hosting partners of this mega event. In Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha inaugurated and laid foundation stone of several infrastructure projects worth 61 crore rupees during his visit to Pulwama district yesterday. Chairing the district development review meeting, the Lieutenant Governor stressed on the development of infrastructure, industries agriculture, enhancing mobility, saturation of social welfare schemes, and improving the ease of living. He directed the district administration to prepare a comprehensive district-level plan for self-employment of youth, promotion of tourism and culture. The Lieutenant Governor directed the district administration to ensure youth are supported for self-employment during Back to Village Jan Abhiyan. Directions were also issued to the administration for achieving the target of Har Ghar Nal Se Jal and was instructed that people should not face any problem during winters. He told the officers to make adequate arrangements for an uninterrupted supply of power, water and essential items.
The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO plans to launch Chandrayaan-3, its third mission to the Moon, in June next year. Interacting with media personnel on the sidelines of an event in Delhi, ISRO Chairman S. Somnath said Chandrayaan-3 is ready now. ISRO has made Launch Vehicle Mark 3 LVM-3 more robust so that it does not have any problems. He added the space agency has also lined up the first test flight of the Abort mission for Gaganyaan, the country's first human space flight, early next year. Mr. Somnath said ISRO also plans to fly Indian astronauts into orbit by the end of 2024 after carrying out successful Abort missions and uncrewed test flights. Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for crores of people across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. In today's episode, we bring you the story of India's achievements in sports from 1981 to 2013.
1982 was a very special year for sports in India when the country got to host the Asian Games again after 1951. The ninth season of the Asian Games was held from November 19th to December 4, in which 4,595 players from 33 countries participated. India did its best and finished fifth with a total of 57 medals, including 13 gold, 19 silver and 25 bronze. The day of 25th June 1983 became a memorable day of Indian cricket when India created history by winning the Cricket World Cup under the captaincy of Kapil Dev at the historic Lord's Ground.
And that's out. Yes, it's all over this time. Lost his nerve in the end, did Michael Holding. Tried to swing that straight ball with the legs. Another wicket for Amarnath. Now delighted he looks. 140 all out West Indies. And the margin of their victory is 43 runs. As India race into the pavilion with the Prudential Cup players.
P.T. Usha, the Paoli Express and the Queen of Athletics, has been a role model and inspiration for young girls across the country who have dreamt of taking up a career in sports, especially the track and fields events. In the 1984 Olympics, she missed the winning India's first medal in track and field in a photo finish as she stood fourth in the women's 400-meter hurdles and lost the bronze medal by 1/100 seconds. She has won 4 Asian gold medals and 7 silver medals.
पीटी उषा तेजी के साथ में फिनिश लाइन की तरफ बढ़ते हुए और उन्होंने इस रेस को पूरा कर दिया है 52.16 सेकंड के साथ में और जीत लिया है इस प्रतियोगिता का स्वर्ण पदक.
In 1996, Leander Paes created history by winning a bronze medal in tennis at the Atlanta Olympics. Mahesh Bhupati became the first Indian tennis player to win a Grand Slam title in 1997. He won the French Open mixed doubles title with Japanese player Rika Hiraki. Vishwanathan Anand became the first Asian to win the World Chess Championships in 2000. He went on to lift the world title 4 more times. Karna Malleswari wrote yet another golden chapter in the Indian sports history by becoming the first Indian woman to win an Olympic medal. Malleswari bagged bronze in the 69 kg category of the weightlifting championship at Sydney Olympics in 2000. Anju Bobby George created history and became the first Indian medalist at the World Athletics Championships when she took the long jump of 6.7 meters bronze in Paris in 2003. Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore won the country's first individual Olympic silver medal when he was placed second in the men's double trap shooting event at the Athens 2004 Olympic Games. 11th August 2008 is a red-letter day in India's sporting history, the day when the Indian tricolour was raised and the national anthem was played at the Beijing Olympics, when Abhinav Bindra had won us our first individual gold medal at the Olympics. India scripted history by winning over 100 medals at the 2010 Delhi Commonwealth Games, winning 101 medals and finishing second with 39 gold, 26 silver and 36 bronze medals. April 2nd, 2011 saw India lift the Cricket World Cup after 28 years when Mahendra Singh Dhoni's six sealed the match against Sri Lanka in the final at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. The nation erupted in joy.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup after 28 years. The party started in the dressing room, and it's an Indian captain who's been absolutely magnificent in the night of the final.
The god of Indian cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, proved his amazing batting capabilities as he became the first batsman to make 100 international centuries in 2012. In the 2012 London Olympics, MC Mary Kom won a bronze medal in boxing, while in badminton, Saina Nehwal added another bronze for the country. With this, India got 2 women medalists for the first time in Olympic history. India won a total of 6 medals in the London Olympics. In tomorrow's issue, we'll talk about India's achievements in sports after 2014.
आजाद भारत की बात आकाशवाणी के साथ can be accessed on @AIR News Alerts on Twitter, News on AIR official YouTube channel, News on AIR app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune in to All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashwani ke saath.
On to sports. In the first quarter-finals of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, USA will clash with Nigeria at D.Y. Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai at 4:30 p.m. USA have one of the finest attacking players and topped Group A by beating India and Morocco. On the other hand, Nigeria came from Group B after defeating New Zealand and Chile. Both teams will look to be the first team to qualify for the mega semi-final in Goa. In the second quarter-finals, it will be a clash of heavyweights when Group B topper Germany takes on Group A runner-up Brazil in possibly the most delectable encounter at the same venue at 8 p.m. In cricket, 2-time champions West Indies were knocked out at T20 World Cup after losing to Ireland in their final Group B clash of the ongoing tournament today. Ireland defeated West Indies by 9 wickets in the game at Bellerive Oval in Hobart. Chasing 147 runs, Ireland reached home in 17.3 overs.
Now let us have a look at the weather across the country. National capital Delhi will have a mainly clear sky. The temperature will hover between minimum of 17 degrees and maximum of 34 degrees Celsius. Mumbai is likely to have a generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Minimum temperature was 25. Maximum will be around 34. Kolkata will have a mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 24. Maximum will be around 33. Chennai expected to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The minimum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius. Maximum will be around 33 degrees. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone for developmental projects worth over 3,400 crore rupees in Uttarakhand. Home Minister Amit Shah says internal security scenario in the country has witnessed a positive change in the last few years. Home Minister calls for a cross-border cooperation to fight against terrorism. Addresses concluding session of the Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi. Prime Minister to launch Rozgar Mela mega recruitment drive tomorrow to give 10 lakh jobs. ISRO plans to send Indian astronauts into space by 2024. And in FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, USA to face Nigeria and Germany to clash with Brazil in quarterfinals at D.Y. Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai this evening. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. With that, we end the Midday News.